Hey everybody, it's Nick Lydorf, episode 48 off the clock. Sam had to cancel. We had to reschedule that, so we'll have her on another time. And my earpods are not charged, so it feels a little weird not doing this without my AirPods, or whatever it is you call them. I hope you're having a good day. So I wanted to talk with you about this because I think it's I don't really care. Rush Limbaugh is dead. I mean, use it as like a way to talk about something else, which is when people that piss you off when they die, what should you do with that? I don't know. About 5 to 10 years ago, I would have been like, that guy sucks. I hope he burns in hell. And there's a part of me that still kind of thinks that way, but is that good for you to like have that inside your body, to have that thought? I don't know if it is. And I think it's something that that is, I mean, that kind of negative stuff, like that's kind of, I don't know, I just feel like that's a little dangerous. And I'm just I have no training in psychology or anything like that, but like, I don't know, it just seems like it's not good for you for that to be rattling around. You're like, oh, fuck this guy, he sucks, and I hope he's dead. I wouldn't piss on him if he's on fire, like that kind of stuff. I agree. I understand that he was a terrible person, but now he's gone. And is that good for you to hold on to that kind of like resentment and that kind of anger? I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know if you think you have a different opinion. Let me know. There are people that like, we run into people in our lives and they're like, we don't just, we just completely don't jive with them. They represent everything that we are not, about. And, you say you wish that they would die. And then they die, but then like, who's hanging on to that like negative, it's kind of woo-woo, but because my wife is getting me into woo-woo stuff, but like that negative energy, what do you deal with it? I don't think it's good for you to just keep it bottled up inside. I think maybe like there's a progression of stuff. You could be like, fuck that dude. He sucked. But then if you like hold on to that, like, oh, he was terrible and all that kind of stuff. I mean, he's dead. We're all human beings. I mean, at some very, level. And I'm sure he didn't, like himself for some of the things he said. He probably didn't admit that publicly, but I'm sure that, at a very base level, we're all human beings. And, I don't really wish anyone to die. I wish that, he would, perhaps maybe become more enlightened. Maybe he is now. I don't know what happens after we die. That's an interesting question too. What do you guys think happens after we die? But that's, I don't know. I always, as I'm getting older, I'm kind of trying to be more mindful of like these thoughts of, like if someone died, like who's somebody that, if I've said before, like, in fits of anger, when I read his tweets, like our former president, like I've thought like, why didn't you just die and just go away? But like, is that good for me to say that? Is it good for me to like have that kind of negative shit inhabit my brain? I don't know. And being a comedian, we have, kind of embracing like these negative, like more dark thought. We just have a tendency to think more, dark things and trying to make things funny that may be more of a challenge. Especially death is something that is that we all experience. How can you make that funny? But that like hate, I don't know if that's good for us to have that. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think on that. But I did have I've been doing some videos on, change gears a little bit. I've been doing videos on sovereign citizens and I had one contact me, and we had a dialogue about he. To be fair, he didn't identify with sovereign citizens, but he just wanted them to maybe me to understand where they're coming from. It's a fascinating conversation. I'm going to try and see if he will come on and talk with me and do a Facebook Live with me. But we had like a half an hour conversation about sovereign citizens and that movement, that way of thinking. And it's just really fascinating to me that the people can adopt that view that they necessarily don't have to operate within the confines of the law that everyone else does. So that was an interesting thing that happened yesterday, and yeah, it was cool to have a conversation with that. It was very cordial. I just got a call out of the blue and said, hey, I watched your video and want to talk with you about it. And I was like, oh shit, what's going to happen here? But it ended up being a very cordial conversation and a nice discourse, civil discourse of ideas. I don't think he agrees with me. I don't think I necessarily agree with him on a lot of things, but it was interesting to have a conversation where it didn't end with, as we see on like Facebook and everything, people fighting back and forth, even though if we don't agree with somebody. So that was kind of cool. And so, yeah, I'm going to try and get him to come on and do an interview so I can interview him and kind of get some more of his thoughts on that. So, yeah, it was cool. And they made me think like, obviously I do a lot of those videos, like I've done those videos and talk about sovereign citizens because I find it highly entertaining. But they are human beings too, which kind of ties into what I brought up here about, Rush Limbaugh dying. And I don't want to be I just don't want to be a negative person. Like I'm at a point in my life where it's like, I don't want to please everybody. I used to just want to people please like all the time. And that's part of my personality I'm trying to get rid of and kind of moderate a little bit more that I don't have to, everyone doesn't have to like me, like Seinfeld's mom on the show. Like, why would anyone not like you? Like that kind of mentality. I don't think that's really healthy to have. So it's kind of just been more mindful of like, all right, how do I feel about something and not be concerned with what everyone else cares about it. And because I'm sure there are a lot of people that see these videos every day. They're like, what does he have to talk about? It's like, nothing. I don't have anything to really talk about. I just want to do this. And I feel like more, the one thing that this is giving me is just being more comfortable to speak, like, doing comedy, like even doing comedy, I was, kind of afraid what people might think or, not share my opinion. And now as I'm doing this, it's like, okay, if they don't agree with me, all right, that's fine. But at least I feel good knowing that I am trying to be my true, like authentic self or whatever that means. I don't know, but it's something that, I don't know. I just enjoy doing these things and I'm almost 50 in. So this is episode 48. So that's 48 of these in a row. Yeah, so business has been going really well. I'm excited with a lot of getting a lot more estate planning things and helping people with that. It's really enjoyable for me to kind of sit down and help people get their affairs in order so they don't have to worry about what's going to happen when they die. And it just feels good when you're doing something that you like. I just haven't been in that position in my adult life. I don't think ever since, I was like 25 years old. I've just been doing the same thing and thought I just had that work meant you had to suffer. That like Judeo-Christian Midwest work ethic of work means you have to suffer and you must hate your job and, succeed in spite of that. And it turns out you don't have to do that. It doesn't have to be a terrible experience. So yeah, things are going pretty well. And just gonna try and keep doing this as long as possible. And got 365 days to fill, and so I thank you guys for checking this out, and I will have some more guests on as we move along. If you had anybody, or if you want to be on and you want to just shoot the shit, hit me up, and I'd love to talk with you on Facebook Live, because I got 365 days to kill, so a little over 300 and whatever, 365 minus 48. I'm not a mathematician, so hey Alex, yeah man, let's if you want to jump on and sometime we can definitely chat, that'd be cool. So Alex says, hey, thanks for watching, man. I will chat with you guys tomorrow at some point. Julian's going to be with me at the office, so that'll always be fun. We'll see if he wants to jump on there tomorrow. Secretly, I think he wants to be on, but when I have him on, he's like, oh, I don't know what to say, but we'll see what he comes up with. Oh, we can do some of his drawings, because he's done some just really cool drawing, and so it blows my mind that he's 8 and he can draw this kind of stuff. So I have zero artistic talent. I can't draw anything, but you guys are cool for checking this out. Appreciate all of you. Hope you have a good rest of your night, and I will see you tomorrow.